Title: The Love I Never Knew I Needed. In the heart of bustling Seoul, Ji-hoon, a successful but emotionally distant architect, had one focus: his career. He meticulously planned every aspect of his life, never allowing distractions, especially not love. But all of that changed one rainy night when he ran into a girl who would turn his perfectly ordered world upside down. Yuna was everything Ji-hoon wasn't. She was spontaneous, carefree, and wore her heart on her sleeve. Her dream was simple: to live life passionately, even if it meant taking risks and making mistakes along the way. On this particular night, she was racing down the street with no umbrella, soaked from the rain, trying to save a box of precious pastries she had bought for her grandmother. Just as she slipped, Ji-hoon reached out, catching her in a way that seemed straight out of a romance movie. In that single moment, she looked up, her wide, grateful eyes meeting his, and for a brief second, the world stopped. Though they were polar opposites, fate seemed to keep pulling them together. Yuna ended up working as a cafe assistant in the very building Ji-hoon worked at. Every morning, she'd accidentally cross his path, her cheerful good morning forcing a reluctant smile from the usually stoic Ji-hoon. Her energy was like a bright light in his otherwise routine gray days. One day, in a rare moment of vulnerability, Ji-hoon opened up to Yuna, sharing a part of his past he'd hidden for years, a heartbreak that had left him distrustful and closed off. Yuna listened with a comforting silence, offering no judgment, only warmth and understanding. As the weeks passed, their bond deepened. Ji-hoon found himself looking forward to their little encounters, from shared coffee breaks to evening walks, and even the rainy days that once annoyed him now reminded him of the night they first met. But just as Ji-hoon's heart started to soften, a complication arose. Yuna revealed that she had been accepted into a prestigious art program abroad, something she had always dreamed of. The revelation shook Ji-hoon. He knew he had fallen in love with her, yet he couldn't bring himself to hold her back from her dreams. He decided to stay silent, allowing her the freedom she so valued, even if it meant breaking his own heart. On the day of her departure, Yuna found a letter in her purse, written in Ji-hoon's neat handwriting. It was simple, heartfelt, and said everything he couldn't say out loud. In another life, I hope to find you sooner. But for now, go chase your dreams. I'll be here, rooting for you. Years later, Ji-hoon sat at that same cafe, thinking of her with a bittersweet smile. And one day, as he glanced up, there she was, standing in the doorway with that same radiant smile, back in Seoul to finally stay.